Hello, what's happening, YouTube fams? This is your boy J Money here, and I'm bringing you guys some of that Sky Striker Invoked that I have been anticipating so much. So, Terry Jones, that Sky Striker Invoked deck that I built for your Nats. This is a damn near exact duplicate, and it's kicked so much ass. I haven't even lost yet, even though down here it says it's a loss. I lost connection, but in reality, I was definitely winning that game, and you'll end up seeing in just a second. And Aaron, and you know exactly who you are. This ought to make you a believer of the Sky Striker Invoked deck. So, enough of the talk. Let's go ahead and get started with the first replay. So, this stuff's running a lot smoother now on mobile, which is it's pretty nice. Ooh, let me go and silence this. So I go and try to go secrets. He asks that, so at this point I'm going with the engaged plays. He ogres the Kagari, which is weird. I don't know why he would do so, but it's fine. I search. I pass here because I have two hand traps sitting in hand with the Shizuku, so the chances of me surviving was pretty good. Now here, I didn't have 5 spells in the grave, otherwise he wouldn't have been able to do damage with his Miluseek and send my Shizuku, but I figured out he's playing Altergeist, so I grab Afterburner, so I nuke all of his stuff. And he ogres my Alistair, weirdly enough. I don't know why he's ogering cards that don't matter, but I make Makaba, and here it's like, okay, you're losing either way. So I go Knowledge, and he chains Rivalry, and so I decide to keep the Alistair and set the Makaba so I can still resolve the Knowledge. And, the game was over. It was still over. He had little to no cards in his hand. He had Multi-Faker. I Ashed his Multi-Faker, so that's why you saw an Ash dropped at a weird time. And so I go and I start with a Typhoon. He Multi-Fakers again. So I'm like, okay, we're going to do the smart thing. We're just going to go Terraforming since we have Engage. We're good. We're just going to get Afterburner. We're going to load the grave up with spell cards. And we get our Afterburner. And now this is where he goes and changes the Kieran 2.0 and bounces my Waterfront. But here, I load up the counters once again. And even though he has a 5-card hand, the fact that he didn't set many cards tells me that his hand is full of monsters. And so right here is where I go to normal summon the Gamma Seal, but I lost connection. At that point, I would have definitely won, because I would have negated a few of his cards, and even if he outs the Gamma Seal, I have Meltdown, Knowledge, and Effect Veiler, and all that other good stuff, so by the time he outs the Gamma Seal, he has very few cards to deal with what I have. So here, this one I don't think lasts too long. Here he makes me go first, and I'm thinking, okay, he's going to OTK me or something, so I just decided to leave my board open, and I see Cyberus. I'm like, okay, I'm probably gonna go to Cade, but I don't, which is weird. So I go for my Meltdown, and I start loading up the grave with spells. I Kaiju, I activate the Hornet Bit, I grab Hiyate, I go Engage, get a Hornet Bit again, Kagari into Engage, go into my Invoked, no, I go into Phoenix to discard the Alistair, and tag out into a Mermaid. Normal summon the Ibly. It sucks that I drew into it, but I have my Boral Sword play right here. And now I go Invocation, and that's why I ended up discarding to blow up his back row, because I already had Invocation sitting in hand, so it was fine. So that was going to be an OTK right there. Boral Sword plus Makaba, and you're not winning. So there's that, and here we go. Number 3. We are going against Stun now. And we're going to fast forward this. I lose game 1 because I had the out for the Inspector border, but then he drops Thunder King, and I didn't have the out for the Thunder King. I didn't have access to Alistair. So I try to Afterburner, and he flips over the Phantom Knight Sword. And so the reason why I don't Ash here was because there's a chance my opponent had either drew into a Demise, but then again, if he did, he would have probably played it. But I knew his hand was filled with monsters, and I knew if he drew Duality for turn, but I was just figuring I'd wait for the Demise to get revealed and play it, so I can ask that instead, because I felt like it was a good bait. But yeah, that he got the sword, he got the Thunder King, and I had no out to that. But as you can see here, I summoned Purgatrio, and this is like the best thing to put on the board against stun, because as long as you don't activate any effects, generally you're good to go. And since they control a lot of back row, Purgatrio is going to get really big, and Inspector Border doesn't stop Purgatrio's piercing effect, and Thunder Kings and all that don't really do anything. So it's like, if you're not summoning an attack, you're setting a defense, and all I have to do literally is just keep swinging with Purgatrio, because I don't believe stun decks play Mirror Forces. And if they do, then, you know, I have an Alistair just sitting in hand, and I have a Waterfront waiting to drop a Gamma Seal at any point in time. So at this point, he scoops it up, and we go on to game 3. Go ahead and speed this up. He goes first, but I open pretty good. As you can see, I got a lot of spells. He has Thunder King, so I Kaiju over the Thunder King. This is why I mained at Kaijus. This is a weird version of Sky Striker mode. This is just my build. Because I play Waterfront and Kaijus, it gives me versatility in terms of what I want to end up doing. If I don't have, like, let's say the Invoked package, I can always go for Gamma Seal with a bunch of negates after resolving a bunch of Sky Striker cards. Now, as you can see here, I just keep going because I had too much advantage. I get Jamming Waves, blew up his last backfield, tagging the Shizuku, added this to hand, and there you go. 6 cards in hand still, blew through all of his cards. He wasn't winning. Now, this is one to take note of right here. Bricksters. This is my opponent. I make so many misplays in this matchup, but the fact that I still managed to win is pretty amazing. I should have won. I should have 2-0'd that guy. It should have just been easy 2-0. Oh, let me go and speed this up. There you go. You see we got the Waterfront. You know, we got the counters. It sucks that I didn't open Alistair. Otherwise, I would have just searched Knowledge off Alistair. But, you know, we got Knowledge. We got Gamma Seal. You know, and we're going to go ahead and sack that off, and we're going to add Meltdown. We got Alistair now. So, I pass turn to see what he's playing. I have a lot of hand traps, so I go and draw. He sets 2, so I go Jamming Waves. He scapegoats, and I'm like, oh, wait, guess I win. But I'm like, wait, there's no fire for me to make Purgatrio with. But luckily, I already had Invocation, but hey, look, Book of the Law. So I decided to go into battle phase, so in case he has Effect Veiler, I can dodge it. And so I tagged out right in the battle phase, summoned Purgatrio, he scooped it immediately. So he has the Spectre Border. I Widow Anchor that shit immediately, so I can start getting my monster effects. So right here, I think he hits me. Yeah, he hits me pretty good. So I go Alistair. Okay, yeah. I skipped the steps. So now here we go. We search Alistair. We get our Invocation. Now right here is where we fuck up. Hold on, let's do it slowly. So next play. Right here is where I fucked up, because I'm like, if that set card is a scapegoat, I need to be able to have a spell in hand to negate his scapegoat with Makaba. But as you can see, I set Makaba previously that turn. I ended up setting the Invocation in case he had Reincarnation, and I forgot about it. I forgot that was set. So had I have just flipped over the set one, I would have had the spell card in hand. I wouldn't have to play this Invocation right here. I would have kept that Invocation in hand. I would have been able to negate his scapegoat. And so that was a horrible misplay on my part. And so because of that, well, as you can see, you're about to find out right now, I didn't have an out to a scapegoat. The reason why I didn't go into Makaba, because I'm like, okay, if he has scapegoat, then well, I'm not gonna be able to get it with Makaba anyway. I'm just like gonna save my my light target. If I would have had the spell, kept the spell in hand to negate the Scapegoat, I would have gladly got rid of my Effect Veil as a light target, but since I fucked up, I decided, you know what, it's better at this point that I keep the Effect Veiler in hand, so that's why you see me going into Purgatrio instead. So he goes into his stuff, he pops, he draws, he goes Candina. I try to Effect Veiler so I can get some of his, so he doesn't get any Trickstar cards. And yeah, he goes Licorice, so I believe at this point is where he seals the game, because after that Goblin, he rips Anti-Spell, the one card he needed. And I tried to go Battle Phase and play evenly, but I forgot I had the Field Spell just sitting here. So here you're probably going to see, game 3, you're probably going to see like 2 to 3 misplays. They're pretty bad. So I go Alistair, and we're going into the Invoked Link Monster, so I knew he had Droll. It's better to get out of the hand now than when he has Reincarnation set, so we're not going to resolve our Hornibit, we're not going to, you know, get our engage. So we go Alistair, he warnings, he really doesn't want me to get a search off that, he doesn't want me getting invocations. And right here he has another Scapegoat, so I'm like, you know what, that's okay. You get Scapegoat all 3 games, whatever. But, you know, he Cerberuses, I Effect Veiler, so I force him to go into Borreload. Now right here, I flip it down, so he doesn't do any damage. He Reincarnations, because I go into Battle Phase to try and remove his backfield. Now right here is where I make a misplay, because I'm in the middle of Battle Phase. And I activate the Typhoon, thinking, oh, because I had Alistair in hand, I didn't want to chance him having another Solemn, because he played Solemn game 1 and game 2. So, but I didn't account for him having the Imperial. And so because he had the Imperial, that kind of fucked things up. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to summon this Alistair and deck then some more. And hopefully try to get into a, I forget what I was trying to get into. I think it was an Ibly. So I can go into a Phoenix and blow up his Imperial. But anyway, fast forward. I had to take some damage. It's the only way. I got into the evenly. That's my only saving grace here. Now I decided to make another misplay because I wanted to go into Gagari and then grab Engage again instead of just going for Afterburner. And right here, he Effect Veilers the Kagari. So I just decided to tag out into all that, and I make Makaba. Had I have grabbed the Afterburner immediately, that Borreload would not be on the field. So he reduced twice so he can beat over. But right here, he goes Terraforming Ash, and it was over. So now, at this point, I'm just deciding to play on my turn. You know, Afterburner's Borreload. You know, make Phoenix, make your Ibly, and all that. Lost connection again. But right here, okay, so I was trying to pull a Boral Sword play, but you need to have 2 Horner Drones and not 1 for it to work, and or a Kagari. And I was already out of Kagaris, and so what you end up doing is you would have access to 2 Horner Drones, and you would Kagari for 1, and then you would activate 2, and you know, and 1 and chain the other, obviously. You link one of the tokens and the Kagari into, like, say, a Phoenix, immediately tag it out, summon Ibly, link off the last token and the Mermaid into a Space Insulator, since it's a Cyburst, and then link the Ibly in the Space Insulator, and you make Akashic Magician, and since it's a mandatory effect, you make that chain link 1 and Ibly chain link 2. You summon right in front of Akashic's arrows, and it'll bounce the Ibly to your hand. And since you have a normal summon, you normal summon the Ibly and reborn the Phoenix. And yeah, that makes your Borreload. Or Boral Sword. So that's like an It's a Boral Sword right there. So, of all the misplays that I still managed to win, shows you the sheer power of this deck. So, I'm liking it. So let's see how much time we got. Okay, we're at 14 minutes, pretty good. So let me go and just show you guys the deck real quick, so I can show Terry in case he wants to build this deck again, because again, I will make you a believer in this deck. So as we can see right here, you know, let me go ahead and sort this out. Okay, there we go. So we got 3 Alistairs, obviously because it's an Invoked deck. We got 3 Ash Blossoms. Obviously you need the fire target for Purgatrio. You can't always depend on your opponent to have Ash. Drolls because it's the best hand trap, and going into Raijin sometimes is pretty useful. 2 Effect Veilers and 2 Ghost Ogres. We got the 1 copy of Gamma Seal, 1 copy of Raiden, and 1 copy of Thunder King, the Kaiju package. We're playing 3 Terraformings, 1 Meltdown, and 1 Waterfront. We got the Spellbook package with 1 Blue Boy, 3 Secrets, and 2 Knowledge. This package has really been contributing to just immediately making these engages pretty live. But yeah, we got the Ibly. So, you know, we always got the 3 Terraformings. We got the 1 Book of the Law because it's actually pretty damn good, especially with the new Alistair Link monster. So, for the non-engage and non-Horner Drones cards, we got the Widow Anchor, the Jamming Waves, and the Afterburner. And that's really it for the non-engine cards for Sky Strikers. So anyway, onto the extra deck, because this is actually pretty tight. We have 2 Mechubas, 2 Purgatrios, and 1 Raijin for the fusion. And okay, there's Akashik. So that's for the Boral Sword play. And we got the Alistair, the Invoker of Madness, obviously because it's really, really strong. And next we got Mermaid and Phoenix. Mermaid, Phoenix, Akashik, and Space Insulator are all a part of the Boral Sword play to just win the duel. So there's that. And now for the last but not least, Sky Striker cards: 1 Hiyate, 1 Shizuku, and 1 Kagari. I honestly wish I had access to 3 Kagaris, but the space and this deck is tight. So I'm really liking this. Like, this deck is pretty fire. No lie. And the side deck, obviously, you know, you got 3 Toon Tables and a Toon Cyber just so you can get the engage.
He was just trying to check out.
Alright. So, okay. That's it I got for you. That's all I got for you guys. I am at work and I'm going to go ahead and check out the Strucker. So, again, Terry, let me know what you think about this deck and how it performed. Love to hear your thoughts. And anyone else, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Also, again, we got about less than 7 days before it's August 24th. Still got to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark so I can give away 2 free Mega 10s, a Jane 10 and a Yusei 10 to 2 lucky winners. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, guys, and comment Mega 10s down below to be entered if you haven't done so already. So thank you guys very much for watching. This is Jay Money, and I am signing out.